to look at the camera. Yeah, if I put this up, then I can see what we're doing.
To make sure that we're not like,
It's getting so dark. It's a good thing we've got some fire so we can see.
Sorry.
Okay, Maddox, well, it's our turn.
Yay.
So we are going to make our dump cake in our canteen cups.
Yep.
Okay? So you've got one, I've got one. And the way the dump cake works is you only need cake mix, fruit, and butter. It's pretty cool. The fruit you put on the bottom first. So let's go ahead and put the fruit on the bottom here.
Okay. Juice in first.
Yep, put it all in there. Dump it on the bottom. I'm going to shake it around a little bit to get it nice and, like, level-ish.
Yep.
Here, I've got a bag we can put our trash in. Don't want it blowing around.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we definitely need both of these. But these are great because you could make this, you could take this in your backpack, like for a day trip, and have a cool little snack. Well, I don't know about the butter, actually.
Yeah.
Butter in a backpack might not be the best idea. Alright, so you got yours in there? Awesome.
Not
Looks
very level.
good. Not very level?
I mean, it's level now.
Okay.
But
You know what? Let me go get the camera and let's take a picture of it so we can see what it looks like inside there. I wonder if there's some folks that have never seen a dump cake before. Let's see. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got inside each of the canteen cups. We've got...
baby show hands.
Oh yeah, awesome. Nice. So we've just got the pineapple basically in there. And now we're going to add some cherries. Cherries. Maraschinos. And then we're going to put the cake mix and then the butter. Nice fire. And we need to put some cherries in there.
Yum.
So you can put as many cherries as you want. You don't have to put a ton. Ooh, almost didn't get that open. I should probably have brought a fork to get these out with instead of a knife. This is going to be tricky. Okay. I'm going to put some of the juice in too. Because, I mean, maraschino cherries are all over me. Delicious. Alright, Maddox. I like them, so I'm putting quite a few, but you can put some, you can decide how many you want in yours.
Smoke. Shoe.
Shoe, smoke, shoe. Alright, there we go.
Go. We're going to make our food all smoky.
Yep. You want to put some in there?
Yep. Knife.
I know.
Do you think that's about enough? Maybe a little bit more?
Whatever you want in there. That's the thing about a dump cake. You add what you want to add.
It smells so good.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, stop it, juice. I don't want you. I mean, I want you, but I don't want a ton of you. Whoop, I failed.
It's alright.
Try again.
It looks good. We are
Not
sitting
exactly.
at Carr Lake, and it is just about sunset. It's beautiful out here tonight. Bugs Island Lake is what they call it in Virginia, and then Carr Lake is what we call it in North Carolina. Alright, so now we've got to put our cake in there, and it doesn't have to be like the whole cake mix. You just have to make sure you get a good layer. So I'm going to do mine, and then you can do yours. It's kind of tricky. I would say you want to get a good thick layer on top. See how I put, might be about maybe a little less than an inch thick, or maybe an inch thick.
So I have a question.
What do you think?
So
Cake mix?
yes, that. Is it gonna like go down there in between the fruit?
Kind of, yeah. And the fruit's going to bubble up. Like, all the juice that's down there with the fruit is going to boil, and then it's going to bubble up and mix with the cake mix and then cook.
Because, like, once you take out the cake, won't the fruit, like, completely collapse?
Not exactly. You'll have to wait and see what it looks like. It's kind of almost like a cobbler when you're done. Here, why don't you shake that
It's
and
not
make
really
it.
cake as much as it is mush.
Here, I'm going to take the knife.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of shake it. There you go. Okay, so basically we've got our cake mix in there. We've got our fruit in there. And next we need to add our butter. Butter.
Butter.
Mo butter. I love butter.
Me too.
Everything's better with butter.
Thank you for putting some wood on the fire, Taylor Ann.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
it was me.
You know what I forgot to get though?
What?
We need a lid for our canteen cup. Can you go get some aluminum foil sheets, please? Just a little bit bigger than these. Thank you. So obviously, if we were out camping, we would need to remember those things. We would need to remember the aluminum foil and anything else that we might need, like a fork. So I'm cutting up the butter so that it comes out in chunks so that we can spread it around on the top of the cake mix, on the top of the cake mix. And then what happens is the butter melts in, the liquid from the bottom boils up, it all kind of combines, and it turns into a delicious,
Sounds delicious.
Delicious.
cakey, cobblery dessert. And it is so sweet and so rich and so good. So, inside our canteen cup is the butter mixture. It's just butter on top of the powder. And the powder is the cake mix. And then underneath that is the fruit.
Yay!
Yay!
Game
Jazz
show
hands. Game show hands.
Yeah, game show hands like this.
Oh yeah, awesome. Okay, so we're going to put this on the fire. We're going to cover it with some aluminum foil. And then we will let it cook
And
for
then
our dessert.
Skadoosh.
Skadoosh.
Okay, I said stupid.
And
Man,
kind
part
of
of it's ripped.
make it tight around the top. Yeah. Maybe like fold it in half. And then put it on top and crimp it around the edges. Okay, so like smush it around the edges like that. Okay, so we're going to put this on the fire. I'm going to put mine on the edge so that I can get to the handle, and you can do the same thing.
Yep.
It's really dark. Put it right over some of the flames.
Scared that the flames are gonna like.
It's okay. Just put it down flat. There you go. Yep.
So how long does it take for it to cook? Babe?
Not sure. We're going to have to check it. I would say probably at least 15 minutes. And look what we can watch while we're waiting. Look at that sunset. I just took my first bite of this yummy dump cake, and it is so good. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like cake, and really moist cake, and like a cherry pineapple glaze, kind of. It is so good. And yes, the edges did get kind of burnt, but you know what? Who cares about the edges? I guess we need to be a little bit more patient, but golly, that is so good. Try it.
I'm scared.
Take a teeny tiny bite. better than you expected? Worse than you expected? About what you expected? Let me see.
It's not the best taste, but it's not the worst one either.
Does it taste kind of like cake?
Yeah.
Cherry, pineapple, dump cake. Yum.